A little ASMR.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the No Script Podcast. And today we are back. Welcome with my good friend, Andrew. Thank you for coming. We're going to talk sports. We're going to talk culture. We're going to talk everything. So,
Sexiest Man Alive. I heard we're talking about that too.
You want to just start with that? The Sexiest Man Alive? So, Andrew is nominated as the Sexiest Man Alive. No, so I was scrolling through Instagram and I literally see the first picture I see. I'm like, who's this? He looks familiar. Oh, Jason Kelce. Why is House of Highlights posting him? The Sexiest Man Alive? Yeah. What? And I'm like scrolling through and I'm like, these are questionable to me. I don't know about you. I don't vote.
No, you don't? Dude, that's like highlight of my year voting for that poll.
It's like your mom asks you, hey, you going to vote next year? Yeah. Hey, did you vote? Yeah.
I get a sticker.
It's like a pride flag.
No, but I just don't get what sexy is anymore. Like, look, I'm a skinny guy, but like now it's like the skinny, like, the Pete Davidson types that seem to be hot now, like the Timothy Chalamet types.
Like, so he's on the list too, but I'm not even referring to guys. I'm referring to dad bod Jason Kelce.
Look, I mean, I guess if Paul Bunyan is hot now, like, sure,
can you pull up the list, Armand? Yeah. Let's just see, like, who's on this list.
See, here's the thing, though. I at least kind of get the Jason Kelce pick, right? It's like,
let's hear it.
He's a football player, right? Very successful. I mean, he's one of the greatest centers ever. Not that should really matter, but still, it's strength,
but
right?
Does that matter when it comes down to that?
I could see that being someone's type, right?
All right, Brittany, let's get your opinions on this. Let's see. Is this man sexy?
I don't know about, like, again, Jason Kelce. I mean, they chose the wrong Kelce brother. How is Travis not the Kelce? They're going for Sexiest Man Alive.
Can we see this list, or do you?
I'm looking for a list, but
yeah, Kelce didn't win. I think he was.
No, I know, but I mean, still, like I was scrolling. Yeah. Who was like they were all so different. It's
That's my point.
Because I feel like 10 years ago, if there was a list, it would just pretty much be like the same kind of looking guy.
Give me Chris Hemsworth.
Okay.
Right. Give me Chris Evans, Zac Efron, and that's hot. Yeah, I'm cool with that, right? That's what we strive for.
It's funny because I saw a comment on the Jason Kelce thing. Someone comments, well, I guess I can stop working out now.
Yeah. Or just like...
Let me see this. Thanks.
Okay, so you think the skinny boy Pete Davidson look is sexier than the Paul Bunyan, Jason Kelce, manly man farmer look?
I think it just depends what you classify as the word sexy. Like, I think Jason Kelce is a great looking guy.
Right.
I think he looks great. I think he's handsome, like just like a good guy.
Yeah.
But like when you classify someone as like the word sexy, I don't know. It's just like this guy has
he's got a gut.
He's beer
a center.
Belly. Yeah.
His role on a football field is
Brittany, what do you think? You think there should be someone?
Human.
You think the word sexy could be some like really fat? Not really fat. Let's pull him up. Let's just Armand pull up a picture.
I'm trying to find the list. I can't even find it.
Let me see.
I got the headlines, but
just pull up a picture of Jason Kelce.
Just Google fat guy, and I think he'll pop up.
Here you go, Brittany.
It's just like the Taylor Swift band. Like,
I mean, there's like metro sexy and country sexy.
Right, and I understand the country sexy.
I think he's country sexy.
Right.
Is that what we can classify him as?
Yeah.
Country sexy.
There you go. Yeah, I would trust myself if I went hunting with him, kind of thing,
Yeah.
I think they put him on the wrong magazine.
I agree with the Paul Rudd one.
Here's the difference. If like Bert Kreischer, look, shout out Bert, hilarious. If Bert Kreischer was voted Sexiest Man Alive, then I'd be like, all right, guys, what are we doing here?
But also, you should see the stuff he's posting on his social media. Like,
what's he doing?
It's just like 4 dudes. Have you seen the picture of like there's 4 of them from the back, ass naked? Oh, yeah. And then he like photoshopped. Sexy. He enlarged his parts.
Gotta do what you gotta do when you're Bert Kreischer.
Yeah, I could see this.
I get it, but again, like the metro sexy, when it's like, it's almost like you're sexy because you're not sexy.
Armand's pulling out the mic. Armand has some words to say.
We got some takes over here. Look, we're the skinny boys, Armand. Yeah. Like I should be defending the metro sexy. I have a better chance of being metro sexy than I do.
I'm over here sitting with Walker Hayes Y'all Life shirt. working on my belly.
Yeah.
I support Jason. Maybe
You just need to quadruple your beard now.
I shaved last night, actually.
My thoughts are just like, usually it's like a unique looking person. This, I feel like I could find a bunch of Jason Kelce's at Walmart at like, you know what I mean? Like he looks like a common guy, you know what I mean? With like something like a Chalamet or something. They have a unique look to them, you know?
Yeah, because no one strives to look like that because it's not sexy.
Interesting.
That's my take.
I feel like just location wise, like Brittany's right. Like I think if you go to the country, you walk into a Walmart, this is every other dad in there.
Yeah, I mean he lives in Philly, so.
But if you come, but also like it's the opposite in LA. Everyone in like Walmart is a Zac Efron kind of thing, you know?
True. Yeah, I mean look, like Blake Shelton won this award.
I think Blake Shelton looks great.
Ooh, I don't.
Oh man.
I think Jason Kelce is sexier than Blake Shelton.
Oh,
If Blake couldn't sing, what would he be doing?
being the sexiest man alive every year, baby.
Touche. But at least like Jason Kelce, if he wasn't good at football, he could run a lumber mill.
Is that the list?
Yeah, that's just all the winners.
Steve, these make sense.
Yeah, hot.
It's all white dudes. Okay, never mind.
Hot.
Can they see this or
Hot.
no?
Also, the
Yeah,
ad
Idris
has
Elba.
on it.
Hot.
Maybe they just the
No.
man himself.
See, hold on. Armand, scroll back. Everyone else was just posing normally. For Blake Shelton's cover, they needed him to do some sexy pose because they knew he's not sexy.
The producers are like, yeah, let's try this one. I think he looks better in other pictures than he does in that one.
Fair. Yeah,
Yeah, see,
come
David
on now.
Beckham
David
makes sense.
Beckham, sexy.
Is that XQC?
Yeah. Wait, I don't know if I've seen Hemsworth with the blonde.
Thor?
He's a brunette typically.
What is it advertising on the bottom left? It looks like, is that Arnold?
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's tweets were hilarious.
Like Adam Levine, that's the Metro sexy where it's sexy. It's the tattoos.
If you told me
the
he was your
skinny.
brother, I'd believe it, dude.
I'll take that.
It looks like
That's
you're
a
going after. It
compliment.
looks like you're going for that.
Right.
I'll take it.
Do you guys know whose picture I showed at barbers? Jake Gyllenhaal. I think he's like one of the most
I see it with the
handsome
hair.
guys. I think like he's like a really handsome guy where I'm like, I like his style. Yeah, it's cool. I like it.
Right.
And Adam Levine is like someone I'd probably show to my barber. Like, yeah, I want that. That's like my go-to.
Right. No one says, give me the Blake Shelton.
Give me the rock.
Hey, you got the razor somewhere over here.
Who would you show? Who do you show? Or do you show anyone?
I don't show anyone. I should, though.
Who would you show?
I don't know. Do you have someone?
I used to show Justin Bieber when I was young.
Actually?
Yeah, like the old, like
Like the snowboard, like long.
to the side. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh man, he could
Okay.
never do it. I told this story before. He'd always give me a different haircut, regardless. I'd show him the same picture every time, but the haircut would always come out different. This older guy who
Okay.
used to be so cheap that my mom would just want to go to. His name was Leonard, out in Walnut. Shout out Leonard.
Leonard's got his style.
Off Lemon Street, Walnut, baby. Shout out Leonard. But no, Leonard just kind of did what he wanted, what he felt that day,
Yeah.
regardless of the picture.
You know whose hair I did like? Andrew Schultz.
When he didn't finish the buzz.
Yeah, well, no. His new cut is whack. Come on.
I love
Come
it,
on,
dude.
Andrew.
I like
What are we
it.
doing?
Dude, pull up a picture of Andrew Schultz's new haircut. But go ahead. Which
You
one
think
did
he's
you like?
Sexiest Man Alive candidate?
Yeah.
Selling out MSG, but not voted Sexiest Man Alive. Come on, Andrew.
Dude. He's very like,
Oh, yeah.
if he tried, I think he would be a really good looking guy.
But that's what I'm saying. When he used to try, when he was on the come up, I thought he had a great cut.
You're talking when he had his hair slicked back and stuff like that?
No, almost when it was like spiky and gelled at the front.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, Armand, pull this up. So right now his cut is.
He does look like Waluigi. Okay, we can't go on Andrew because if he says anything about us, we're done. I love you, Andrew. I love you.
He's my favorite comedian.
Yeah, this is how
Yeah.
I see him now. Yeah.
I love that haircut, dude. It's so nice.
Shout out this guy,
Who is that?
Andrew Schultz.
Okay, it's actually a good question because Michael B. Jordan was voted Sexiest Man Alive a few years ago. What's the worst name to name your son based on a celebrity?
Oh, wait. Like, do you already have the last name, or do you get, you get a fresh name?
I guess. Yeah. Right.
Adolf.
Okay. Well. Okay. Stop.
All right. So paintball.
I'm trying to.
Because like this is also relevant because a couple weekends ago I went to a show downtown and the first DJ who was on set went by LeBron.
No.
Yeah.
There's just certain names you can't name your kids.
So that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Like, what is the worst of them all, though?
I mean, there's a difference between worse and ones that are just kind of like, quote unquote, cringe, I guess. Like, if you name your kid LeBron.
Like, obviously LeBron's a cool name for LeBron. I'm not saying worse in terms of like a, bad name.
But you're just saying.
Like, which name's going to set up your kid to just get roasted in first grade?
LeBron.
Yeah.
I think all of you guys are wrong. X-12.
Is that Elon's kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, but his education is just going to be so different. I don't think he's going to
He
have
doesn't
that.
need to do education.
But
Here's one. I think it's like the ones that are difficult to pronounce. I think those are always going to have the worst backlash. They're going to have the most nicknames that are just given.
Sure. Okay.
Like, let's say like a Hussein from like
right.
the Middle East, right?
his middle name was Hussein.
That's what I'm saying. But like Hussein, like in Iran, we'll say Hussein. But when they come here, it'll change to like Hussein or it's different. And then then they're going to get to the point where like, I just need a nickname because people are just either making fun of my name or it just doesn't work.
But even like Michael B. Jordan, no way his parents.
His SEO is screwed, bro.
Well, yeah. But no way the parents were like, yeah, he's going to go by the middle initial.
Yeah, that's true.
So he had to pick that up.
Some people get named the same name as someone else.
You got to grab the mic if you're going to speak.
I'm over here. Some people get named the same name as someone else before that person gets famous. So now they're just screwed because now they have the same name as someone else, but the other person got famous.
How old's Michael B. Jordan?
I think Michael Jordan was doing his thing when Michael B. Jordan was born, right?
But there is also like, I think it was a kid named like Tupac Shakur in Kentucky, and they didn't believe it that like
That's a bad one too, dude. If your full name is
tough.
Tupac Shakur.
That's really tough.
And he's in Kentucky. So like Kentucky.
From Kentucky, was he just like the whitest kid named Tupac?
I have no idea.
Was Tupac his real name? Tupac Shakur. That was his
I assume.
Armand?
Did you see? That's some news.
I mean, I noticed like a lot of people don't go by their real name. Like I always thought like Vin Diesel was actually his name, and his name is Mark. His name
No
is
way.
Mark.
Did you-
Yeah.
I kind of figured his name wouldn't be Vin Diesel, right?
Nah, like I don't know. I always thought like, damn, these movie stars really have cool names. Like even like I know I talk about him a lot, but Tom Cruise, his real
Right.
name isn't Tom Cruise. It's so crazy to me.
That would make sense. Yeah.
Like a lot of people's real names are not what it is, and it's like, wow, that's crazy. It's a stage name practically. Yeah, it's wild.
Like
is
one of our
crazy.
friends,
Stephen Curry.
like one of our friends,
Tiger
Payam,
Woods.
right? Payam, he got into so much like problems because Payam is just a hard name to say, right?
Okay.
His full name is Payam Banifaz.
Sure.
And so he started going by Peter, and then it just screwed up stuff with his legal stuff, being in movies, doing this, doing that. And then now he's just like, his Instagram is P Bonnie. So he's just like, it's like trying to simplicate this, like this, that. And it's just tough, you know? Like, I still think having a name that's difficult to pronounce is worse than having a name like LeBron.
You know what I think is even worse than either of those? I would rather be named LeBron James than like John Smith or like Sam Johnson.
Yeah,
you know what I
okay,
mean?
that's true.
I actually know a Sam Johnson. So. No, but you got my point. Like the ultra basic name where you'll meet like 20 people over the course of your life with the same name as you.
Yeah.
I would rather be named LeBron.
We have
James.
so many Chris's in our lives right now, dude.
Yeah.
Like the amount of Chris's, there's 8 Chris's there, 3 Chris's there, 4 Chris's here, 7 Chris's there.
With the last name though. Chris is fine
That's true.
if you have a differentiator of a last name.
That's true.
It's when it's like Chris Jones.
Actually,
But then-
like in my culture, I'm like a John Smith, and it sucks.
Really?
Yeah, like not Armand. That's actually my middle name. It's actually not my first legal name. So it like
What's your first legal name?
my first legal name is Saeed, and it's like
Okay.
it's like the John of the Middle East. It's like everyone's that, and my last name is common too. So like SEO would have sucked if I tried going by that. Like,
So is that why you go by your middle name?
everyone like go. Like, it's like in like Hispanic culture, like Juan. Like no one really goes by. They go by their middle name. You know what I mean?
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So I just go by Armand because like at my mosque, there were 12 other kids named Saeed Zaidi.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it makes sense though. Like, yeah, just to have some sort of differentiator.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh shit. No, I agree. I think that's worst. Second worst, difficult. Third worst is just
LeBron.
I like how we keep going back to. Yeah. No, I agree. That's a.
Imagine being named after a car, dude. That'd be crazy.
That one
dude.
sucks.
Lamborghini Nalbandi.
It's funny because I used to play tennis, right? And I was young, dude, taking tennis classes. And I remember, I think there was this one lady. She comes up to me on the tennis court. She's like, "Was the car company named after you?" And dude, I was so young. I started to think about it, and I was like, "I don't know." And she starts dying. I'm like, "Damn, did I just do so much?" I felt so stupid.
You know, similar. So cars, I like Kia. I think that's a cool name. It's obviously nothing to do with the car brand, but I actually like months. Or
I know
like
this guy named August.
like in
That's cool.
August or like summer.
Armand just said the worst possible
April.
one. April.
I mean, April's a common one.
Oh, April is a common. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess what's bad is like February.
Right. February would be a little strange. January.
My bad, Armand. There's
January-
worse than April.
Hey, I'm hanging out with my boy October later.
Yeah. I feel like I could rock October. October fetish show.
No, October's cool. I
That's
kind of like
kinda cool.
October.
That's a clip, bro. No, it's not.
I could rock October.
October finish show? That's sick.
That's fire.
You just. That's just
It's
a
like
trade, bro.
have you seen the show Money Heist
No.
on Netflix? All they go by code names for all of the heisters or
Okay.
thieves, and they all based on cities around the globe. So one person is Denver, one person is Tokyo, and I think that's
okay.
fire. Like Tokyo as a name,
Tokyo's cool. Yeah,
kind of
that's
cool. Or
sick.
like, what's another good one? Yeah, like even like Omaha.
Claremont.
I mean, those are all like practically call signs at that point. It's like Maverick or Rooster.
Aurora's cool. Her city, Aurora. That's a
Yeah,
cool name.
Illinois.
Indiana.
Oh, there's an Aurora, Illinois.
There's
too,
probably an
right?
Aurora in every
Yeah,
state.
true. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
What's a bad one? Think of a.
Bakersfield.
That's so San Francisco. Just the full thing every time.
Yeah. Right, with the space.
Don't all those names originate from like your occupation? Like if you're a blacksmith, your name was Smith.
You know what's funny? You know what my last name? You know what my full name is in Farsi?
What?
So everyone's last name in Iran is based on what their ancestors did.
Okay.
So Nalbandi means horseshoe maker. So my
Really?
my ancestors were horseshoe makers. Nal means like part of the horse or something. Like together it's horseshoe maker, and then Kia back in the day meant like king or leader or something.
The king of the
So I'm like,
horseshoe
king of
makers.
horseshoe makers. So like everyone's last name, if you ask them in Iran, their last name means whatever their ancestors did.
So what means sexiest man alive?
Ooh. Oh, imagine.
What is that in Farsi actually?
It's weird. So like the words that are in that are like ancient words. So
Okay.
it's not like if I say sexiest man alive, it'll be like خوشگل آقای خوشگل something, you know, it's
Okay.
like it's just a sentence.
Okay.
خوشگل ترین آقا. That's like the most handsome guy.
Sure.
So like your name would be Andrew خوشگل ترین آقا. Which is like it wouldn't work. But,
Right. Okay. That's why it's not an occupation.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about paintballing because you went paintballing this past weekend.
Yeah.
I got the invitation, but completely didn't go.
Too cool for us.
But you tell me your experience, and I'll tell you my first experience paintballing.
Sure. Yeah. So I'd never been before. Got the invite. It was cool. Like big group. We had like I want to say like 25 guys, which was a good number. I mean, I've heard people, you can go out there with like do 3-on-3s. That sounds kind of insane.
That's pretty insane. Unless the map is small, because they had different maps, right?
So, and I can get to that, but yeah, went out. It was cool. Like going into it, I was like, hey, yeah, everyone, how much is it gonna hurt? Right? That's obviously the first question. Second question was like, there were so many options for gear. I didn't really know what to get.
Right.
Because first of all, like Kane showed up with like a $900 like custom gun.
Dude, tell me about it. The time I went, his friend Anthony pulled up in his own backpack. All their homies had like their homies were showing up to a CIF basketball game, dude. Like they come in their slides, like they just got out of bed and they start pulling this gear out. I'm like,
right,
whoa.
double arm sleeve, triple headband.
Dude, military grade stuff.
So when we got out of the car in the parking lot, we drove by a bunch of guys that looked like they were coming back from an op.
Right, yeah,
I'm
exactly.
like, I was hearing like
someone's on a stretcher. The ambulance is...
And I showed up in like my worst pair of sweatpants and a long sleeve shirt that I didn't care about getting dirty. Right?
Yeah.
Like running shoes with a hole in it.
Yeah.
And
just aiming for the hole.
Yeah. Seriously, that would have been like worth triple points. But yeah, so the first map we did was, I think it was just like the basic, very like straight map, right? They had, obstacles and.
So did you go to Hollywood? Was it Hollywood?
Yeah.
So I've been to that.
Hollywood Sports.
Which one did you do first?
I don't know what it was called, but.
Was it like. Was there like a bunker, a 2-story bunker?
No, I don't think we did that one.
Okay.
That one sounds sick.
Not really, dude.
Oh,
Because
okay.
there were like, it was like a chain ground. So people from under could shoot through the thing.
Oh man. Okay. No.
Yeah, no, it was awful. I'm hiding. Dude, go ahead. You tell me yours and I'll tell you my
Sure.
whole situation.
I mean, look, I can go on for a while, but basically like very first game, I started out hot. I was like,
oh yeah?
And I think the only upgrade I got was the sash that allowed you to carry 2 canisters of extra bullets.
Oh, did you buy this at the store over there?
I mean, you rented it, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, because again, there were so many different upgrades. Like they gave you the base gun,
right,
but you could upgrade to like the lighter version that allegedly like shot straighter. Mm-hmm. You could get like, I really want to get like a grenade.
The grenades, yeah, dude.
Didn't get one. That's next time. You could get like, yeah, you could get like a body armor plate, like a chest plate. You get all this stuff. I was just kind of like, you know what? I'm just gonna go in there, like base everything. Let's just see how I do.
Figure it out. And
First game, go out, basic map. We lose, but I got like 2 kills. I was feeling pretty good, right? Uh-huh. Like, ducking in and out of like barriers.
Yeah.
You had to get used to the gun because mine was definitely, it rose. Like, or
they do
curved.
rise. Yeah. They curve.
So just had to get used to that, but I was feeling pretty good. That was my best game of the day.
Okay.
We were out there for like 4 hours.
Did you do the little map where it's just like the bubbly things?
Yeah, the inflatable
like so
yellows.
small. Yeah, dude.
We did that one last.
Okay, yeah. I hated that one. Let me tell you what happened to me, right? So I'm in the back of that map.
Okay.
I'm like, and then I see like the other team's pushing. I'm there. I kid you not, dude. For like 3 minutes, I'm firing.
Sure.
Boom, 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 boom.
Just over 150.
No, dude. In my head, I'm like, I wonder if I'm hitting people.
Right.
Dude, I realized the cap is on my gun.
Stop. How did that not blow up your gun?
Dude, I take it off, just all this paint is just coming out of it. And I'm like, oh shoot, dude, because they tell you about it too. They're like, make sure it's off before you shoot.
Well, because
make sure it's gonna mess up the gun. Yeah.
Right.
So dude, I'm over there like making sure no one's looking, trying to empty it. I kid you not, I'm going for like 3 minutes, dude, thinking I'm hitting people, hiding.
How did you not see the bullet not fly?
I don't know, dude.
Okay.
And then I realized, I was like, no.
Yeah.
So that was that map.
No wonder you hated it.
The other maps pretty much just hid behind a corner the whole time.
Right.
And let me tell you my wardrobe. I made the mistake of, I figured the more I wear, the more safe I am.
Right.
So I brought like multiple layers of different size clothing the more I could. So I just kept piling stuff on, and then jackets on jackets on jackets. And then I was like, okay, I still don't feel safe because I was like touching myself. So then I was like, I started putting in, the
like Michelin
canisters.
Man, you're just
That's
like a balloon.
Yeah. You know the canisters, the paint canisters where you could fill them up and hold on to them. So I was like, hey, anyone who doesn't want to hold them, I got you guys, right? So they were giving them to me, and I put a bunch in there, bunch in my pants. I had more stuff. Like I had a bunch of t-shirts stuffed right here in my pants. Dude, I was literally the Michelin Man walking around. sweating. It was hot, dude.
Yeah.
People are there with like tank tops. I'm there with like 18 layers on. I was like, as long as I'm safe.
Hot. Yeah, that was the worst part.
Bro, the dude Anthony turns the corner on one of the maps, and it's like a Western standoff. You know when it's just you and him and there's no cover? I look at him, all I say is, bow, wow, 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 wow.
Yeah.
Worst experience of my life.
Where do you think it hurt the most to get hit?
I don't think I could speak on that just because I was so covered at certain places that I just didn't feel things.
For me, like, I remember getting hit in the knee. At one point it like skimmed my hand. That was another, you could buy gloves, didn't buy those, right?
So did that hurt? Like that?
None of like knee, hand, that's like the bonier areas, like elbow. I'm a skinny guy, so like I figured that's what would hurt the most. Hurt the most was just stomach.
Straight stomach, huh?
Yeah, like a few times I would, peek out from behind a thing and just boom, straight to the stomach, and that was bad. But the worst part for me overall wasn't the pain. It was the goggles
fogging up.
Fogging up because it was so hot and you would sweat and they would fog and then your eyes you couldn't even see. Yep. Or the moment you get hit in the goggles once. One point, one guy had a nasty shot. He just split between the eyes and you just can't even see. And then you try to wipe it off or you spit and try to clean it. And then by the last game, I just couldn't even see anything.
Oh man. No, I didn't. I don't think I got hit in the head.
Yeah, you're lucky.
I was covered.
I got hit in the actual head too.
Did that hurt?
I wish I brought like a backwards hat. That's a smart move because it did. That might have hurt the most. But yeah, I just had paint all in my hair and that's kind of crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. I at one point I think I'm just back shooting up, hoping it'll land.
Right. So I need a grenade.
The grenade would be nice. I know in like airsoft they have like rocket launchers. Have you seen like the RPGs and airsoft?
I've never been airsofting either.
I went to because I needed an airsoft gun for a video I was shooting, and I went into the airsoft store because I called and they said they had like broken guns that no one uses anymore. So I was like, okay, I could just take these and use them for my videos. I'll just buy like a $400 gun for like $30, right? And I go over there and I'm seeing like these like RPGs, missiles, like grenade launchers, and I'm like, yo, what are those? Yeah, these are airsoft guns. I'm like, dude, imagine an airsoft gun where you're just this dude is like, like legit RPG, like full sized. I don't know what it does. I don't know how it shoots, but it's probably like 1,000 BBs at once.
Just enroll at that point. You know what I mean? Like, you're like,
are you sure you don't want to serve?
Like, if you're an airsoft guy, like, what are you doing? Just serve the country at that point.
He's like, they don't give us these on this side of town.
No, I joke, but like, airsoft, the allure of it is that it's more realistic, right?
Yeah. I do watch the clips. I love it.
Just because there's more types of guns and they're a little more realistic looking, or?
I think more realistic looking, like paintball, obviously you're using bigger bullets, so it's like more cartoony or so. I don't know. Like those are
and the splashes.
Airsoft, it's more like just accurate hit.
Okay.
I'm assuming. It's not my culture, dude. I don't
serve the country.
Right? No, you watch the clips. If you told me it was legit war, I'd believe it. Right. Like these dudes are like full like ghillie suits, like crawling like miles to get somewhere.
Crazy.
And like calling out, Hut 3-4. I'm like, dude, I'm just my first day. What is that?
I'm saying these guys.
Omaha.
Right. I'm just trying not to like ruin my shirt.
But yeah, I think I used to do like, so my friend back in high school, he had airsoft guns.
Okay.
Not high school. Sorry. You went to high school with me, middle school.
Okay.
And we'd always like shoot them in his backyard. Those I think sting a lot more than paintballs do.
Okay.
From my experience, but I was also extremely covered up. So who knows?
Were you like a Nerf guy in like elementary school?
I really like Nerf. Yeah.
Did
you?
I definitely never owned any. Doubt my parents. My parents wouldn't even let me watch like Star Wars as a kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that was the same as me.
Like I mean that's unique. But yeah, so I definitely didn't own any airsoft guns. I owned water guns. Okay. I was definitely a water gun guy.
Yeah.
And because some of those you could really trick out like a water gun.
Right.
They had like multiple chambers and like the bazooka, 3,000 or whatever.
The boat ones where they have the gun attachments to them.
Yeah, crazy stuff. Nerf was just fun. You go over like friend's house, sleep over, right? You build a fort.
Yeah.
I feel like that was peak first grade.
Yeah. I did a video back in the day on YouTube where I put a thumbtack in a Nerf gun bullet.
Oh man!
And I shot my friend Anthony.
Oh,
Dude, it just stuck to his back. He's like this, and it's like hanging. And I told him it was like a thumbtack, right, or whatever. And it was like I thought that's what you call a thumbtack. Aren't thumbtacks the little like?
yeah, little metal with the tiny little spike.
No, that's a push pin. That what Kia's thinking is a push pin, right?
Oh no, I put
For a bulletin board.
A thumbtack's like a little white thing with a little spike, right?
I'm thinking they come in different colors.
On a bulletin board.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that.
That's
Push pin.
I think pushpin and thumbtacks the same.
Cause he got over there and he's like, that's not a thumbtack. I was like, no, this is a thumbtack. He's like, no, dude, thumbtacks are this big. That's this big. I'm like, bro, come on.
yeah. This is the content that people need. Push pin versus thumbtack.
Search up a push pin and see what pops up. Or no, thumbtack.
That is what I put in his back, the red one.
I'm imagining.
Wait, yeah, I was thinking the metal one.
Oh, that.
As if that's any better or worse than the red
needle,
one.
it's just a different color. I don't know. Wait, which one's which?
It also says push pins underneath it.
Oh, this is a soda pop situation. Tomato,
Is it-
tomato.
Is it a kind of like, can I get Coke? We only have Pepsi kind of deal?
Right.
Yeah, this is a tomato tomato situation here, guys.
Oh man, they're the same thing.
Yeah.
They're the same thing. A
Push pin.
thumbtack.
Push pin makes more sense.
Push pin.
Thumbtack.
Like a
Thumbtack.
I always thought like a thumbtack's a white
Because
thing.
you push it in with your thumb.
It's a pin. You pin something to a wall and by pushing it in.
That's true.
A thumbtack.
I think the flat ones are more of a thumbtack, and the ones with like the grip on it are more of a push pin,
Right.
right? Because you use like your both fingers to push it in, but the other ones.
Regardless.
This is some good analysis.
For like upholstery, so it's still like thumbtack upholstery onto chairs.
Regardless, which one would you rather have in your back shot from a Nerf gun?
Honestly, a paintball.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I did that to him too. But
Yep.
shout out Anthony, dude. I used to abuse that man for views.
That's crazy.
He'd always want his book promoted too, so that's how I'd do it. He'd be like, if you could promote my book, I'll do anything. So it's not all on
a
me.
good
It
deal.
wasn't like a forceful thing.
Yeah, it's a good deal.
Yeah, I mean, probably sold nothing out of it, but
Nothing wrong with that.
screw it. Push pin it. Bop it.
Yeah, that game. Like, what was it? Push it, bop it,
Bop it. Twist
it, sock it.
And then they like came out with version 2 that had like a yank it. or something. I don't know. Throw it.
Right. At a certain
Yank it. I don't
point,
know what is that.
try to yank it. I'm like, at a certain point, like, is this the adult version?
It's like Nick After Night or Nick at Night version.
It's like
Bop it. Yank it.
in the voice too. It's like
Yank it.
Yeah, yank it.
It's another dude's voice just for that one.
For each one.
No, it's like
Yank
super
it.
friendly for all of them except for bop it, twist it, yank it. I said yank it. Yo, you gotta yank it. It's the purple one.
You do a combo. It's like suck it. It's like whoa, hold on.
That's a good video right there. Bop it after night. Bop it at night.
We should actually film this.
You're not gonna command my order.
Yeah.
Oh man! All right, let's
Let's move on.
let's go. I want to look at the.
I don't know how we rebound from this.
Let's look at the worst injuries in NBA. I want to say NBA history, but just in the NBA in general.
Okay.
Maybe over the past few years, whatever you think might be classified as the worst.
I mean, I feel like Paul George is the one that stands out.
Paul George. Did you say Paul George or?
Yeah, I said Paul.
Yeah, because I brought up Gordon Hayward at first.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
Paul George.
My
Right.
first thought was Nurkic.
Can we watch these? Would they be able to see it if we pull it up?
Yeah, I'm trying to look for a good list.
Yeah, I mean,
This is NBA only.
well, we could talk overall. I'm not too familiar with other injuries. I'd love to know
The
more.
worst one of all time. has to be. Have you seen the Kevin Ware injury?
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Oh,
What was
Armand,
that?
pull it up.
Okay.
Armand,
Whoa, you don't get to tell Armand what to
Armand's my producer now. Kevin Ware, Louisville, March Madness, 2009 maybe.
Why does this sound so familiar? Was it?
What year was this?
It was really bad, huh?
This is the craziest. His bone comes out of his knee. I don't know what you know what I'm talking about. I don't know how this is even physiologically possible, but basically if I remember correctly, he goes to close out on a shooter against Duke. I remember watching this. I was on vacation with my family. My dad went to Duke, so I grew up as a Duke fan.
Yeah.
And yeah, just watch the clip. I'm not going to be able to describe it any better than just watching it. Any of these has to be good, right?
Okay, original.
Is it going to show it? Can we pull it up for the viewers too, Armand?
This is nuts. Like,
Wait, do we want to show this on the stream?
too late now.
No, is it up on there?
I can hide it whenever.
Yeah, just turn it off. Yeah, I wouldn't show this. It never popped up, by the way, Armand.
Oh, it did?
No. I don't know if any of the stuff you showed did.
I think the stream might be delayed, but that just popped up.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Well, if you can
maybe-
hide it for them and just so we can see it and talk about it.
You to stream it. Yeah, this is all hidden right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't show it on stream, but yeah,
Sure,
I remember that. That's Kevin Ware.
All right, let's go back to Channing Tatum.
Yeah. Right, from Sexiest Man Alive.
Wait, so
to
what
this.
happened to him? Is he done? He was
No.
done after
What's so cool is I don't exactly remember the full timeline of his career, but as of 2 years ago, he was playing professional basketball in Europe
Really?
for this team. Yeah, in the British Basketball League. He was on the London Lions. Yeah, he rebounded to have a full career, which is so cool.
Interesting. I wonder because they sometimes say if you break something fully, it's better than kind of breaking around it, right?
Like a partial fracture.
Right.
Yeah, but that's, if we're talking sports injuries, that's the craziest one I've ever seen.
Man, dude, yeah. I'm that bone, dude.
Like, the way his leg just crumples out from underneath him on just a routine closeout too.
Yeah.
That's what's so crazy about some of these sports injuries, even the ones that we'll talk about in a top 10 is typically these professional athletes are just so athletic.
Right.
That a normal movement for you or me, right? Like you or me closing out on a jump shot, we're getting a foot off the ground.
Right, yeah,
You know what I mean? We're doing normal human movements, but these guys are multiplying it by 10, where they're closing out, they're jumping from 10 feet away, 40-inch vertical, landing with more momentum, and that's what causes these obscene injuries. It's like the Bo Jackson thing.
Yeah. Oh.
You've heard of the whole Bo Jackson injury?
No.
So obviously you know Bo Jackson,
Yeah.
right? Everyone knows Bo. His injury playing football that pretty much derailed the rest of his career because he was a two-sport athlete and dominant at both. But there was this play where he cut outside. He was running back, takes the ball, cuts outside, and I forget what the exact injury was, but doctors later said the only reason he even suffered that injury is because of the speed and power at which he was moving.
Really?
Again, it's like you or me, normal guys,
Just wouldn't be able to get to that.
That wouldn't even be possible for us to get that injury because we weren't moving that fast.
Yeah.
So these athletes are different.
Oh man, dude. Yeah, it makes you wonder. Does your body will never fully be prepared, regardless of the abilities you have?
It can't be.
Which is crazy.
Right.
Oh man, imagine just feeling seeing that. I'm sure he's not really even feeling much of that at that point when it happens.
It's even have you ever gone up to block someone's shot playing basketball and fallen on your tailbone?
No, but dude, even regardless of that,
That hurts.
yeah,
Imagine now
you're 45 inches
off the ground, in the air, going up for a crazy dunk. Someone swats it, you fall backwards.
Yeah.
And then hit your tailbone from triple the height.
I mean, on that note, literally last night, Keontae George threw a lob to John Collins. Did you see that?
No.
Finished the beautiful alley-oop dunk, Defender's up there with him, just lands on his back. They both land, and they get up like nothing. I'm like, dude, if we would have felt that impact, I'm like,
insane.
I'm like, no, it does hurt because like literally, I have no vertical. I probably don't jump on my jump shot at all. I went up for one rebound. I landed on my ankle for like 2 weeks. It's purple.
Yeah.
Like imagine if I was 50 inches off the ground doing that. I think my whole leg would have been messed up, you know?
Seriously, like, yeah, these, and I mean, I don't know.
Which I mean, imagine like also like a guy like Zion Williamson now that has a vertical like that has the chance of landing like that with the weight that he has, dude. Like, I mean, that's why those players get so injured and so injury prone. That's why they don't want him to be past a certain weight.
That's why it's actually better to just be a podcaster.
I agree.
You know what I mean? I think that's the takeaway.
The shelf falls on my head, breaks my ankle, my arm falls out of my bone comes out.
Right.
You know what? I'm gonna go stick to professional sports, Drew.
Let me go back to the NBA. My bad.
Yeah. Oh man. What else? What other bad ones? I mean, obviously, I probably don't want to show a lot of these on the stream, but
yeah,
Gordon Hayward was sitting there with his leg twisted. Paul George's was bad. Were there any other sports that had like really bad injuries?
I mean, there were some football hits.
Football
that obviously led to like a concussion here, or some stuff like that.
I mean, even Inky Johnson was one. I don't know if you know anything about Inky Johnson.
No.
Who was like? I mean, he's a speaker now. He gives like really good like
okay
speeches on like his life journey. Pretty much worked his life to be in the NFL and got a call. I forgot what school he went to, but somewhere in Tennessee.
Okay.
And it was a week before I think he was projected top 30 draft pick, and then got a really bad injury. He had to play 10 more games and he would have been drafted. Got hit really bad head on. He was a corner, so he hit the guy. They went down, and then he couldn't get up. He just like everything left his body. He said he felt like, and then doctors rush him in. They're like, "We gotta take this vein out of here, move it here because he's bleeding internally." He's like, he's about to die. This, that. I'm like, damn. And then basically ended his football career. Now I think his right side is paralyzed, can't move it.
Man.
And he just took that opportunity to become a speaker and just speak on it. And like, it kind of like threw off his whole life. I mean, spending your whole life training for something, thinking the week after you're about to make tens of millions of dollars and then gone. I mean, he's so big on speaking about the fact of like, he grew up living in like a 2-bedroom house with all these people and like 6 people on the bed. And like he all he was looking forward to was like going to college so he could sleep on his own bed.
Right.
Thinking you're going to be a millionaire, and then you get hit with an injury like that just ruins your chances.
And not just the money. I mean, obviously that's a huge part of it, but like when your entire life is dedicated to one thing, like it has to be if you're going to try to make the NFL or make the NBA, and then all of a sudden you can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, assuming he loved football.
Right.
Imagine like, imagine we just couldn't make videos anymore.
Yeah.
And it's nothing to do. It's not your fault. It's just.
And it's not like it's like it's something you even prepared for. It's just you just wake up one morning, you're like, you can't do this anymore.
You're not allowed to do the one thing that you love the most.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you just lost out on like $20 million.
Just to add on top. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you let your
Boxer that got paralyzed. That's been going around on. Did you guys see that video?
I haven't seen the clip.
As he got punched in the back. There's like on all the social medias right now the video of Pritchard Colon, the boxer who got paralyzed. He got hit in the back of the neck behind the head, and then they created a rule about that.
I know you can't punch someone, right?
Yeah, there's like the clip. It's just big on Instagram and social medias and stuff right now.
Is that the one where the guy starts punching stuff around him?
He punched him in the behind the neck, and then he just collapsed, and now he's completely paralyzed and can't move anything. And he was one of the best boxers in the world.
Wasn't there a movie about all of this, like $1 Million Baby? I think, right? About like growing up poor and then like an injury just screws you over. That's $1 Million Baby, right?
I thought that was a baseball movie.
I think that's Moneyball.
Well, yeah.
$1 Million Baby, isn't that the one where like the chick gets paralyzed?
That's Air Bud. Dude, I love that movie. No, so there was another video of this boxer that got hit, gets up, ready to go, and then just starts punching the other way. Just starts throwing punches at the air. And then just like crazy, dude. It's crazy what like one hit could do to you.
Or like the Tua injuries from last year. I don't know if you saw those. Tua Tagovailoa, Dolphins quarterback. There was a hit last year where he, in the pocket, whatever, drops back to pass, gets hit, goes down. When he comes back up, his fingers are all like, I guess that's like a sign of a concussion. Oh. But it's like some sort of part of your motor skills stop for a bit. And yeah, his fingers came up all weird and just, you know what I mean? Like the way the brain affects the rest of your body, messing with the brain is just so scary.
Yeah. I mean, if you're just football and boxing, I mean, any kind of physical sport like that.
Yeah, podcasting, dude. It's scary out here, man.
My fingers start to crumble.
Here's a question. Would you let your kids play tackle football?
No. My parents didn't want me to play, so I gotta leave that legacy.
What about boxing or other combat sports?
No.
Even if they're like, Dad, like, I love this, like, whoever's like Conor McGregor's my hero, like, I want to be like him, I want to try boxing.
I'll be like, go start your own beer company and do whatever Conor McGregor does outside of that.
Yeah, sell weed, do anything else.
No, I wouldn't. No, probably not. Nothing physical. I didn't do it.
Basketball, though?
Maybe soon. Basketball, yeah. I love it. Basketball, I mean.
Like, I'm trying to think where the line is.
I think football. Because, I mean, that was like what it was for me in high school, too, right? Like, I wanted to play tackle football.
Yeah.
But the one thing was like, I think, was it Dookie or something? Just kind of like didn't want me to.
Sure.
Not that he didn't want me to, but like, I think there was a little something where like, he didn't want me to get hurt for season.
Yeah, I mean, you were so good at basketball, like, didn't really make sense.
Keep it coming. I mean, no, but like even Nick, right? Like Nick Johnson played football, but he got hurt, right? Like he couldn't play.
He was supposed to play with us.
Yeah.
What, his like sophomore year or maybe his freshman year?
Yeah, because he was training with us before season, and then when season started, he just couldn't.
Yeah.
Because of football. But it also sucks because the reason I didn't was like, it's also right before basketball season.
Yeah.
Like anything that happens would mess me up for it.
Right.
Maybe if there was a season in between, but even still, like something about getting hit that I wanted to play football. I just didn't for that. I wanted, my parents also said no.
I'm undecided because the smart answer is like, no, do not let your kids play tackle football, boxing, MMA, like none of it. Yeah. But also it's like, my parents never gave me that ultimatum. I never played any of those sports just because, played basketball, I ran, I did anything else, right? But like part of me is just like, I don't know, if my kid is really passionate about this, it's like, who am I to like hold him back from pursuing it? Like, I don't know. Right? Like,
it makes sense. No, I don't know.
I would not let my kid play tackle football before high school.
Okay. I mean, yeah, flag football.
Yeah, they can play flag. Like, I mean, what, Pee-wee is not tackle, is it? Are those kids running around?
Pee-wee's tackle, right?
That's crazy. Okay, think about it. That's crazy.
Is it? I don't know.
We let like 6-year-olds run around tackling each other when the brain is in an infancy phase. That's crazy.
Is it tackle? I think it is, right? I don't think they do.
You're probably
Pee-wee
right.
flag.
That's crazy. How is that allowed?
Yeah, because there's clips on Instagram.
Yeah,
of these kids
you're
just
100% right.
Haymakered.
Yeah, baby Gronk.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, no wonder baby Gronk's out here.
It's an actual thing.
You don't know baby Gronk?
It sounds familiar. It's like
He was the kid that like, I can't believe I've even given this guy any attention. One of these like influencer kids whose parent is like puppeteering his entire online presence.
Just like a bigger kid that like.
Yeah, and he just like, he's calling out Livy Dunn and he's calling out, all these guys, and I'm the next big thing in football.
How old is he? 8?
9, yeah. I don't know. It's like, and he's like going on podcasts, like, and there'll be clips of like his dad sitting next to him, feeding him answers.
We know all about preteen podcast kids, bro. They be going viral, man.
Raheem, maybe. I mean, that's interesting, but I mean, if is he good?
as good as you can be at age 7.
What percentage of these kids that are like kid phenoms in sports actually end up becoming big
Good
names?
question. I've wondered that.
Because there's a lot. There was this one kid who was just some insane basketball kid. Remember that? There was like, I mean, there's been a few, but like,
I mean, sure.
they're not like, I don't even want to say the household names. They're like not even like names right now anymore, you know?
Who are you referencing?
Oh man, I forget. This is before like the Julian Newman, like younger
Right.
than him. I don't remember exactly, but see, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying, right? Like, it's not like it's a Trey Young. It's not like a, you know?
Right. A lot of, I know at least in basketball, that's the sport I know the most, so I can at least speak to that. Like, very often the, like, you know, high school recruiting class rankings change a lot senior year, even for these guys, just because like someone like Markelle Fultz, who was the number 1 guy in his class, number 1 pick, he was outside the top 100, I think, going into his junior year.
Really?
But it's just impossible to project these things
Yeah.
when you're 8 years old.
Right.
It's like, I don't know how tall this guy's going to grow. I don't know how physical he is, how he's going to develop.
Right.
I mean, even someone like Mikey Williams, I mean, he's had a lot of off the court issues too,
Right.
but it's like, he looked like the next Dwayne Wade.
Is Mikey Williams the one that's in jail now for
Yeah.
like 20 years?
Yeah.
Plus?
And again, off the court stuff.
Right.
And who knows, maybe he got involved in that because he was so famous at such a young age.
Right.
I'm not going to speak to all that, but like someone like him, you know, when you watch his highlights when he's in 6th grade, he looks like he's Dwayne Wade out there.
Right.
But then I don't think he grew. I mean, I don't really know. I'm not a scout, but like, yeah, it's just impossible to project. Like, think about how much you changed from 8th grade to, you know, senior year of high school.
Right. I think I barely like, I didn't even play. I barely played AAU. I
Right.
joined a couple here, there, and there was that terrible, so I left. And
Yeah.
yeah.
I was like 4'10" in 8th grade and never grew. No, I'm kidding. No, like, seriously, it's like, I don't
yeah.
know.
No, it's true. I mean, it also makes you wonder because, like, let's say you watch. Let's just take Jokic for example, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you, I'm sure Jokic in 7th grade was not looking like a hooper, dude.
Or he was probably nasty, but like, no one's going to be like, oh yeah, that guy is the next.
He was probably just like those tall, awkward kids in class that would go play basketball, and people only thought he looked good just because he was so tall.
Right.
But I don't think he was, like, you know what I mean, right? I think Doncic, another example, like, I don't think he's over there doing like some Kyrie Irving, looking like a 7th grade Kyrie Irving or anything like that. I think they're just,
Right.
it does just happen. I think it just depends on growth, competitiveness, growth.
Like athleticism and like am I saying that right? Prepubescent?
Pre-puberty.
Whatever the word is. Armand cut that. Just like
that.
just like everyone's developmental track before they've reached an adulthood is just so different, right? Think about how, like, I was tall for like a 3rd grader, then I was super short for like an 8th grader, and now I'm like average height.
Right.
Just like, you know what I mean? And some people hit puberty earlier than others and all these different things. So yeah, it's just impossible to project like how tall you're going to be. And I don't know. So I think ranking guys in like 7th grade.
Yeah, but it was funny
Insane.
because, like, remember back in the day, they're like all over the news, like the news when the news mattered, you know, like when you're
yeah.
on, like, not even Jimmy Kimmel, just like when you're on TV, like it mattered, you know, you're like, oh, did you see that kid? He's going to be the next big thing.
Right.
They project him as like the best player here, that, and like Ellen is talking about it, right? It's like one thing, but yeah, it's true. I think it just depends just how the developmental process works.
We're
Before I
struggling
made
a
to
little
say
bit
a
here.
word that sounds wrong.
Why was Ellen like the peak of child fame?
Because she just, I mean,
You said Bieber? Was he like early on Ellen? Oh, I didn't know that.
I think she just went after anything that was trending, even if it was like trending for a day, right?
Yeah,
And just kind of put her,
Danielle was on there.
yeah,
Right.
exactly. Like put your eggs in one basket of like whatever is going on in that moment.
I
And
just feel
hope.
like none of the other late night or daytime talk shows.
I just remember like what does the Fox say guys were there too. That was
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, those guys are legends.
No, they're actually like Norwegian, like
Really?
One Direction practically.
Oh, they're actually like a big
Yeah, they're
deal now?
huge like in Overseas, yeah.
Wow.
Because what, like, Fallon doesn't really bring people on unless they're big, right?
Well, I'm just saying kids specifically.
Kids,
It's like
too.
no other talk show hosts lean into the kids thing.
I wonder if it's a liability
Like back
that
in the
Ellen was
day,
just
like,
willing to
viral
take.
Clips were crazy. Like, if this was like 2010 and that Raheem clip got like 10 million views, but
Raheem would be on
He'd
Ellen.
be on Ellen for sure. Like,
Yeah.
Ellen, tell us more about your conspiracy theory.
Right.
I like chips and Pringles or whatever. And it's gonna go viral again.
Well, thank you for coming, Raheem. We have a gift for you. This 1,000-pound of Pringles chips to take home with you and the crowd. Yeah, it would be like a 4-second Ellen clip. It really would. That's true.
Or if you're a big superstar, you could jump on a couch.
Just him and his
Yeah,
Tom.
no
He
one
keeps
got
making
that
Tom
reference.
Cruise
Crazy.
references. Him and Tom. Can we start making Air Bud references ever since I brought that up?
Dead dog reference.
What are we looking at on time, Mondo?
55.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that was a pretty good series of topics we talked about. If there's anything else you want to bring up,
I've been loving your videos.
the what?
I've been loving your videos.
Yeah?
Yeah, the new long,
long
forms.
forms? Oh, man.
The high production stuff.
Thank you, bro.
So cool,
Oh,
dude.
thank you, bro.
Love it.
That's the path I wanted to take, so that's where we've been focusing on. But
How so, like, what's, I don't know if this is interesting for the pod, but I'm just curious. Like, what is the workflow for something like that? Like, how long does it take start to finish?
honestly, not as long as someone might think.
Okay.
Let's say we shoot one in a day. Josh will probably get there. His setup will take 20 minutes.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just thinking about the Bop It video idea.
You
now.
wanna think about
we
that?
got to do it.
Let me tell you about, let me base it off of that. If we do the Bop It
Sure.
video, majority of it is going to be setting up that Bop It and the voiceovers of it afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So in terms of shooting time, I'd give it 2 hours max,
Okay.
which isn't bad for like
That includes
a
full
well-produced-
like makeup and everything, like pre-production on
Yeah, we don't
set.
really do makeup unless like Brittany did makeup for like the Nun video, but
That
unless
was
it's like
sick, by the way. Like, unbelievable. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, unless it's like that where that one, because we rented that for like 3 hours. I think we got the church.
Okay.
Brittany went like an hour, like 2 hours before to do the makeup. So that was that one took a while.
Okay.
And then she had to practice days before. She did one practice on me. I don't even.
Yeah, where are those clips?
that one looked really weird. And then she practiced on herself, and then she did the actual makeup. So like,
Okay.
that one took a while.
Okay.
A lot of money for like renting the space, getting
Right.
costumes and stuff like that. So that one was a little bit, but like for like a normal one, like the last one I put out, there was an arcade one. Mm-hmm. We filmed 2 that day, and I had the arcade for I think 3 hours.
That was a great concept too.
Thank you. Yeah. So like that, probably an hour and a half.
Right, because I guess, yeah, now that I think about it, like if it's just directed well, there's not much editing that needs to be done.
Yeah, and Josh,
shot
Josh
after
does
shot.
so good on the editing.
Mm-hmm.
He has a lot of things to go through, which I guess is the majority of it.
Okay.
Because we do each take over and over again.
Sure.
So it's like picking the best one.
Sure.
But the reason also I have Josh edit it as opposed to another editor, because we used to have like, I'd get it from Josh. Either I edit it, send it to this guy, he'd edit it. It'd be like, I mean, Josh is shooting it. So like you said, he knows the sequence we're shooting it in. He knows
Right.
how things flow because he's
Yeah.
doing it, which makes more sense for him to just edit it too. So
Right.
we've been just in a workflow where like, there's also this really cool AI thing now that it doesn't fully export the video, but it kind of exports it in a lower frame rate, and it puts it in a thing where I could now go see it, and it's like instant. So he could just click it and I'll see it. I'll
Oh,
see his
nice.
project.
Okay.
And I could go on his project and like link certain areas and be like, can you change this right here with the audio in this little area?
Smart.
So it's a really cool concept as opposed to him exporting it fully, sending me the video. I don't like one thing, he re-exports. And the exporting, putting it on Drive might take an hour or two
Right.
at times, you know?
Right.
Because we're shooting 4K now, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's been fun. But I go to Spain this week or next week, so
Oh, no
then
way.
that's going to throw things off a little bit. Yeah.
What are you doing in Spain?
My dad, my brother, my uncle, and my cousin just wanted to take a trip, so.
Awesome. We're in Spain, or like, do you guys have like a plan?
Yeah, we're going to Barcelona and then
Okay.
Malaga, I think.
Sick.
Know nothing about it, but we'll see. I've never been to Spain, so
Okay.
I hate traveling. I hate flying. Flights
I
are the
hate
worst.
flying too.
Oh my
dude.
God.
My least favorite thing.
Me too.
Just sitting there like antsy.
Pain, like your back is hurting. Oh man.
I feel like I'm wasting a day.
Yeah.
I try to take red eyes whenever I can. Going.
What's a red eye?
That's like a midnight flight when you're going West Coast to East Coast. They don't offer them the other way.
What does that mean? So when you get there, it's like daytime?
Yeah, so like I was in New York a couple weeks ago, and going there, I took like an 11:50 flight out of LAX, and I
get there like
arrived
8
at
a.m.?
like 7.
7 a.m.
It's great,
You like that?
love it. So I'm like decent at sleeping on flights, which is clutch.
That's nice, dude. If I
Yeah.
could sleep, I just wake up uncomfortable and then got to try to force myself back to sleep.
The sleep's never great, and obviously, I mean, the flight itself's only like 4 hours. So best case scenario, you're getting 3.5.
Yeah.
But yeah, you land, you get coffee. I don't know, you're jazzed up. Versus like if taking like a 10 a.m. flight to the East Coast, that's an entire day you're wasting on travel.
That's true. Then you get there and you got to sleep, huh?
And then you just get there at nighttime, and yeah, then you gotta sleep, and you're waking up. I don't know. I hate travel. You're right in that sense.
Did you see Elon Musk's concept of an airplane that he said he wants to put out?
No.
Which I talk about because my dad's kind of in the airplane space. He's like, it's
Okay.
already kind of a thing, but just not commercially. And I don't understand how this would make sense if he's trying to do this commercially, where the airplane doesn't need a runway and takes off vertically.
So a helicopter?
No, it literally goes, it like,
What?
that's what I'm saying. So it's like but like that's like that, and they'll start going.
How is this not a helicopter?
That's what I mean, like it literally, he wants it to be like a helicopter where you don't need runways, where it just kind of,
Sure.
but
But it's like a full-size plane.
he never said the word commercially, but if he's trying to do it commercially,
Right.
just imagine you just be in your seat.
Yeah.
No, but like the video they showed was like, it goes and then it turns and goes up like that.
Oh, like a spaceship.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
That
crazy.
was the video they showed on the Joe Rogan podcast. I don't know who edited it, but
Whoa.
I don't think it's gonna make sense. Like imagine just sitting there and next thing you know you're just 90 degrees, like going straight up.
You know what we should do if we have time? We should rank the wild Elon ideas.
Oh, should we do that right now?
Sure.
Do we have time? Or should we save that for next time as a little
Either or.
thriller? But maybe we should save for next time. We'll each come with like 5 concepts.
Your
of that
top 5 Elon
moments.
crazy ideas. 'Cause he's got plenty. And Neuralink is starting to roll out now.
Solving traffic in LA.
Yeah. The Boring Company.
Yeah, let's wait on that. Let's think
That's a
of some
good
funny.
topic
That's
for next
great,
time.
dude.
I like that.
Hey, if you guys want to tune in next time and catch some crazy Elon ideas, but this airplane one is a great start, dude. Just
What's the point of it?
imagine like someone's just like, guys, please keep your seatbelts on. This
Yeah.
plane's about to
Guys.
take off. Please don't get out of your
One thing
seat.
that's like pretty cool about Elon, like I'm sure like on Kia's phone, he has like 4 Elon apps on there that Elon owns. PayPal.com, that's Elon's domain.
Yeah.
X.com, Elon's domain. Tesla.com.
What's
Elon's
X?
Domain.
Twitter.
Oh, Twitter.
Yeah, and like he owns a lot of random ass things. Like,
Keep it coming.
PayPal
That was
thing.
3. What else you got, Armand? You said 4.
Why am I blanking right now? SpaceX.com.
I don't have that.
Damn.
Why would I just have SpaceX.com?
As an app.
Do you have it?
No.
Why would I have it?
On a Boring Company, buying something from Boring.
Do you have that?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I don't have that. Okay. Well, anyways, I think we're good to wrap up. Thank you, Andrew, for coming. And thank you guys for tuning in for another episode. This was fun. I mean, I guess I got to bring Andrew back next time after I get back from
100%.
Spain. Thanks for being the last guest before I head to Spain.
Of course,
Next
man.
week, no episode, but following week, maybe we'll have Andrew back if you're free. Talk
know.
some Elon stuff.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Armand. Thank you, Brittany, for giving your thoughts today. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit the notification bell. Leave a comment on who you want to see on this podcast. Maybe I'll try to reach out and get them for you guys. But anyways, thank you. Have a good one.